All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a treat of historic proportions. Oh, it's heavy. This is Historic Autographs, Civil War Divided. This is an entire case. The case is actually numbered. It's case 178 out of 200. You know what, Vince? I'm gonna be real with you right now. This is the case they pulled for you. This one was delivered into my hands by Sean. This is 178 out of 200. I have two more untouched cases that are to be used for boxes. You can take the one that Sean handed me, or I have case 26 or case 55. It is a pleasure. Thank you. Pleasant dreams. So, Vince, I'm going to make you sweaty. You can have 178, which is the one Sean picked out for me. Number 26 or 55. The big hit in this is Abraham Lincoln's autograph. I think there's a Robert E. Lee in here. There's quite a few. All right, 178 it is. Just want to give you an option. Just wanted to make you sweat. All right, here it is. Let's get it. All right, so because I don't have any space, I'm going to do them one at a time. I am going to move yours off to the side. You all know me. Obviously, integrity is my middle name. I just don't have the space. I'll try to leave a corner of it still in screen. Do you want to start with A, B, C, or D? Just go down the line. All right. Let's take that history lesson. All right, it's a tax stamp. That is cool. United States tax stamp. Internal Revenue Service for the year 1880. Signed by Brevet Brigadier General Charles V. DeLand. Pretty sure there's a city in Florida named after him. That is a great signature. That is beautiful, clear, bright. Very nice. That's frameable if I've ever seen anything. And actually, it's folded over and it goes to here. You can kind of see the paper's actually folded and is considerably longer. Because it goes for all of the different months. So there you go. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. If anybody wants to jump and find out who these people are, it is Brigadier General Charles D. Land. Fudge. I didn't want to look at that. I accidentally looked at it. I'm so mad I looked at it. John Brown's Raid out of 61. Harriet Tubman out of 61. Wilmot Provisio out of 61. Mayor's Heights out of 61. The Emancipation Proclamation out of 65. Fugitive Slave Act of 1850 out of 65. Lincoln wins the presidency out of 65. John Brown's Raid out of 65. Secession of the States out of 65. General William Rosecrans out of 65. General Braxton Bragg out of 65. And General Ulysses S. Grant, face on the 50, out of 65. Get excited, dude. Your other auto is pretty awesome. I'm just gonna, I have to tell you that. I have to tell you that. I'm sorry, but I have to tell you. It's pretty dope. That is an 1863 penny featuring Abraham Lincoln. Penny's actually not in terrible shape. I'm gonna be real, that's actually a pretty decent penny. A lot of them are worn. I will admit that. In this set, a lot of them are worn. That one's pretty good. Out of 7, it's the Reconstruction Act. General Lee and Jackson commemorative stamp, Series 9. Doesn't have a year on it, but that's out of 150. Grand Army of the Republic, that's out of 150. There might be time, but I doubt it. I have others that are already in, and this one's going to take about an hour. Fort Sumter. How about that dirt? That dirt is going to be different than the other dirt, considering where Fort Sumter is. So that's pretty cool. You could put it in. Worst case scenario, I'd get to it tomorrow, Steve. Out of 61, it's the Battle and Surrender of Fort Sumter. And the Crittenden Compromise out of 61. Jeb Stuart. That is his fake autograph. Ooh, different dirt. Which one what? As far as basketball, I have Prism Hobby, Fast Break, Crown Royal, 18 Contenders, 18 Flawless first off the line, Opulence first off the line. It depends on what you're looking for. All right, Steve. Oh, man, this is so cool. It is a cut signature of Major General Sherman. General Sherman. I can't make that up. William T. Sherman. How dope. William Tecumseh Sherman, Major General of the Union. If I'm not mistaken, didn't they name some tanks after him? Or is that a different Sherman? Because, I mean, I sucked at history, but I want to say William Sherman is who they named the tanks after. I mean, I'm just saying. Check my history on that. But, it might be. All right, 1 down, 3 more to go. There you go. There you go, Vince. I honestly, truly believe he's the one that the tanks are named after. This one's authenticated by Beckett. It's a letter. Samuel Cooper. Justin, see, there we go. It says Colonel Cooper musters his... Oh, goodness. Yeah, it's got something. It is definitely something. I can't get all of it, though. Samuel Cooper. There you go. November 22nd, it looks like 53. But that's pretty. We're going to leave that there. While we go through... So, I want to get everyone's opinion. There's one that are just numbered, we've seen pretty much all of these. These ones are either going to be out of 61 or 63. Would you like me to go through them again? Or just get to the one that has the hits in it? Because this one is the one with all the hits. It's yours, Vince. You decide if you want to look through them. I will do whatever you want, because I think they're all cool. But I don't want to bore anybody. Although if you think this stuff is boring, you probably shouldn't watch. We'll go through this one, and then you can decide. The final battle at Palmito Ranch, out of 65. Mini Ball. The Mini Ball is the new rifle musket ball, out of 65. Just the hits, he said. All right, I'll just finish this one because it's in my hand. Jefferson Davis inauguration, the Baltimore riots. Those are both out of 65. The Missouri Compromise, out of 65. Bleeding Kansas, out of 61. The other compromise of 1850, out of 61. You have the checklist, out of 61. First military draft, out of 61. The Grand Review of the Army, out of, you guessed it, 61. Thaddeus Stevens, out of 61. And of course, Lee Surrenders and Appomattox, out of 61. We've pretty much seen all of those. So if you guys want, we can do that in the future. We can burn through those ones. A 1964 penny. They're just shy of 500 a box, and there's 4 boxes, but there is a little bit of a case deal. Civil Rights Act of 1871, that's 7 out of 7. Lincoln-Douglas debate, that's one from 1958. That's a stamp. All right, man. I will try to get to it. 1962 Civil War Centennial, Shiloh. It's out of 150. 64 The Wilderness, Battle of the Wilderness, out of 150. Some more Antietam dirt. Out of 65, it's the Battle of Nashville and the Fall of Richmond. Dred Scott, that is a fake auto just for you. It is a tax stamp by Civil War divided Isaac Duvall, Major General of the Union. I do believe we've seen Duval County's Duvall already. This one is from 1978. It's a warehouse stamp for a distillery. I believe we have seen Duvall. This Samuel Cooper is definitely the big get. I think it even says Tuesday, November 22nd, 1853. Put the full date on there. Yeah, they have facsimile autographs in here. That card that's under the big one is the facsimile autograph. It's just what they did. I just say fake because some people don't understand facsimile. Vince. From the Ebbett House in Washington, D.C., July 15th, 1859? It looks like My Dear Sister. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it. This is from Josiah Kinsman. Josiah B. Kinsman. All right. Your task, if you choose to accept it. Google Josiah B. Kinsman. I've heard the name. Now I would like the story. It's on C.C. Willard's letterhead in the Ebbett House of Washington, D.C. He talks about Miami. That's definitely the word Miami. Let me get closer. There we go. That is awesome. His writing I can actually pretty close to read. It's a shaky hand. I'm wondering if this was later in his life. I received your note of the 11th this morning. Thanks. I shall... Something through this evening. I shall leave this evening for New York. When I... Can't read that one. Something I should be detained with... I should be detained until next week. Oh, his handwriting does get bad. Be disappointing, as usual with me. I did not receive the appointment I sought. Oh, wow, he was passed over for something. Lieutenant Colonel, Staff of Major General Benjamin Butler. He was appointed Brevet Brigadier General of the Volunteers, as well as Brevet Major General of the Volunteers. It said, I did not receive the appointment I sought. So he's writing home complaining that he didn't get the title that he was looking for. This is a real cool personal letter. I did not receive the appointment I sought, but I, on the fight, so I had been all over the state. I really can't see what the rest of that is. So this is cool. He's writing home to his sister, talking about not getting the appointment that he wanted. That's awesome. That is awesome. Really great. Really great. Really great stuff right there. Let's see if we can get this open. There we go. $1861 penny. Featuring Abraham Lincoln. 14th Amendment out of 7. Farragut and Porter stamp out of 150. The Admirals. Come on, camera. Not now. Come on, camera. Well, trust me, those are the Admirals. The Union Generals, Sherman, Grant, and Sheridan. It's a 3-cent stamp. Out of 150. 1963, anniversary of Gettysburg, 5-cent stamp out of 150. You have some Gettysburg dirt. And out of 65, Battle of Chancellorsville and the Reconstruction Act. So this one got out of sorts somehow. Abraham Lincoln. That's out of 39. That is a facsimile fake auto. And it is a 2-hit box. The first one is Lucius Fairchild, the Brigadier General of the... Wow. 5-star general. Let me repeat this, if I'm not mistaken. The Brigadier. No, is it? Yes. Is Brigadier 5? Is that one of the rare? There's only a couple 5s. Lucius Fairchild. That's a very famous, look at Secretary of State. And there is a Washington 2-cent stamp. Secretary of State Lucius Fairchild. That's nuts. It's one. Oh, this is the number 1. Gotcha. Beckett authenticated. Secretary of State and Brigadier General. Oh, it's 1 star? Okay. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I thought for some reason, I can't remember, because there is a 5-star, and that's what Patton was. I can't remember what he was. Okay, so it's 1 star, but he was also Secretary of State. Lucius Fairchild. Brevet Brigadier General of the Union. William J. Sewell, there we go. Also representative of New Jersey, as you can see by his signature. So I'd have to assume either House or Senate of New Jersey. Sewell. William Sewell. It's going to be one of those. Yeah. Did anybody find out anything about Kingsman? If not, I'll have to look at it myself. There's a lot of stuff on here. A lot of books written on them. Hey, good night, Zabo. Interesting. We'll have to look them up later. I'm going to run out of time. All right, one more box of this absolutely insane stuff. It is a letter. Dude, you have two. Oh, look at that one. It is another letter from Mr. Noble. Brevet Brigadier General William Noble. And this one is a couple of pages long, it looks like. It is. It's a few pages long. Like 3 or 4. My darling wife, it starts. Headquarters, 17th Regiment. Staffers, Fort Formation, Virginia. All right, that's just crazy. That's a huge long letter. There's like 3 or 4 pages in here. I'm not going to touch it. No, maybe it's 2 pages. And it's just folded on the corner. 3 pages? All right, there is at least 3 pages. And look, oh my God, look at this. Now, this is something that he was actually known for. This didn't appear on the other one. He threaded it like a book. That is a hand-threaded letter. He hand-threaded the pages into book form. That is exactly what I'm looking at. He basically bound his letters. Dude, that is insane. That is insane. He bound the letter. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. This is actually readable. I'm not going to read it because it's 4 pages long. Here we are yet recruiting. Yeah, this one is very readable. You could take this home. You could put on your gloves or wash your hands or bleach them, and you could pick this up and you could read this. I'm not going to get into it, but this is a very readable letter. And you also have a Washington-Baltimore Company Railroad, Cincinnati, Washington, and Baltimore Railroad. It looks like July 18th, 1883. It's either 83 or 88. Orland Smith, the president of the company. There's also the secretary. It's something $160. There's a lot of money. But it's Orland Smith and then somebody else right here that is signed it as the secretary. It doesn't say on here who it is. But he was a brigadier general at Gettysburg. And that's a really cool bond. It's a utility, so it wouldn't be a stock. It would be considered a bond. So that's a bond. That is pretty cool, too. Obviously, it's the full page. It'll unfold. Don't know why they didn't put it like that. It looks like it'll fit. Pretty sure it'll fit. But that's pretty cool. Get that framed. But that's the first time I've ever seen 2 stand-up ones. All right, let's move on. $18.63 penny. This joint is shiny. It's a shiny penny. That's a really, like, you can see the ridges on the penny. That's really nice. You may consider popping that one out and grading it. That's out of 300. Thaddeus Stevens out of 7. Founder of the American Red Cross, 3-cent stamp, Clara Barton out of 150. The Gettysburg Address 3-cent stamp out of 150. Fort Sumter dirt. Quite possible. Definitely quite possible. Sherman Burns Atlanta out of 65. Siege at Vicksburg out of 65. Harriet Tubman out of 6.5. Jefferson Davis? Yeah, Jefferson Davis. And it's William J. Landrum, Brevet Brigadier General of the Union. That is another one of his Kentucky barrel autos. He played for the Union. Justin, that is correct. But wow, man. That is definitely something special right here. A hand-bound letter to his wife. And a bond certificate signed by Orland Smith. That is crazy. Oh, my goodness. That is one hell of a case. One hell of a case.